archives. Probably the creepiest out of all of the early rooms you go into.
Uh, 16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
You sound so happy about that. Anything of value to me in here? Like, you know, maybe a tinderbox or a thing of oil? Yes, no, maybe? Well, Stefano is here. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break the seal. Wilhelm, House of Ginrich. Okay. Is that the Moose Man? It's the Moose Man. I am not looking forward to encountering him later on. I'm really not. The Moose Man is the most terrifying thing in video game history, it has to be said.
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Oh, bugger. That doesn't sound like a fun time. Anything? No. How am I doing on oil? Yeah, I could use a bit of a top up. Ooh, a book. A book fell down on its own. Somebody's playing the piano. I don't much care for the fact that somebody is playing the piano. Who said you could play the piano? I didn't. Oh, right. There's kind of a jump scare in these things. I didn't properly demonstrate it, but oh well, whatever. There. Okay. That wasn't creepy at all. I believe there's also like a secret jump scare in this room too. I'll see if I can show it off to you. Yeah. No. It doesn't happen quite yet. Oil. Alright, this doesn't have anything. I got 18 dinner boxes. Jeez Louise.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Righty-ho. Bugger me! Are you serious right now? Are you for real? Anything. Dang it. $10. Oh. I've been shot. Well, this is the game over. The game over that everybody wanted. Hope you guys
17th
enjoyed.
of May,
Oh, it's not over.
1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
And there's somebody playing the piano again. Who gave you permission to play the piano? I know I didn't. Alright, so now this is the only way forward. Can I? Yeah, thought I saw candles on the wall. Never mind. Give me a rock. Bravo, Dalton. You are a genius.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
Yes.
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Okay. There are a few... Dang it. I can't... But oh, it's already broken. Never mind. There was this thing right here. It kind of goes over certain creatures that you'll encounter in the game. I would highly recommend that you pause this and read through it. I've read that like a billion times, so I already know vaguely what it says, so... It won't open, it's locked. That... And then... Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. Excuse me, phone. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the force and is killing my trusty servants. It's now a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. Wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave, or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them... Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would be a... It would, in a sense, solve both my problems. Okay. I can't read out loud to save my life. I don't know why I'm like that. I can read just fine to myself, but whenever I'm reading out loud, I just can't do it. It's... Woo! Yeah, there's not going to be anything here for this one. Don't watch me be proven absolutely wrong. Yeah, that's just a scripted event. But I think now I can actually show you. Oh! Yeah, that's supposed to be your first encounter of the monster. But let me show you this jump scare real quick. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, there it is. That's the moose, man. Just ambient noises. You're not supposed to actually encounter him until much later on. Jump over that and it wouldn't hurt me, but yeah, fat chance of that happening. I don't think I've ever not been hurt by that. All is good. At least it does very, very little damage to you. So, that's good. we go.
Where did the Baron go?
Who cares? He left us enough wine to last us a lifetime. Or at least until tomorrow.
That was not a good that was not a good voice actor. Ooh, the door's closing by itself. Okay, now this would be the perfect room to hide some stuff on me. What are you hiding from me, game? Barrels. I remember the days when PewDiePie didn't much care for barrels.
It's cold.
Alright,
So
this
cold.
room before, if you play this game and you come to this room, pick this up first. Because, that happens. And if you light any candles, it will blow out all the candles. And you come back with very bad sanity. So let Daniel kind of handle the light for a little bit. Alright. Sanity is still pretty bad, but... yeah. I think I can manage with the bad sanity that I have now. On normal difficulty, I don't know if sanity actually does anything. I mean, it makes your vision go all woobly whoops, but it doesn't do anything else, I don't think. Yeah, how about we don't open that door? That sounds like a good thing not to do, to not open the door that is being beaten on from the other side. Alright, so there's a kind of a scripted event that happens with this. Now that entity, as far as I know, does not actually exist. He's just kind of there to give you a good scare, for the most part. Ah, tinderbox. Excellent. It gave me a decent amount of oil. I'd kind of prefer to get this area done as quick as possible, to be honest. But I do want to still gather whatever items I can. Just for the sake of actually having resources. At bad times. Alright. Yeah, that door was closed before. Alright, there's only this door left. Ew. Anything? Aside from, like...
What's happening? Oh, I feel like my chest is going to burst.